This is grade 5, module 4, lesson 21, and the objective in this lesson is to explain the size of the product and relate fraction and decimal equivalents to multiplying a fraction by 1. So in this lesson, I'm going to look at the homework question number 2, and it says express each fraction as an equivalent decimal, and I'm going to look at letter C and D for this. So the first things that the students need to do is look at the denominator of the fraction here. So for C, we have 2/5 times something equals blank. So we want to find another factor. So 5 times something equals, and we want to find a 10, 100, 1,000, something for a decimal. So in this case, hopefully our students could be able to identify that 5 times 2 would give them 10. And the students already know if you multiply anything by 1, then it's equal to itself. So I have 2/5, and I have to multiply it by something over 2. So I'm going to do 2 over 2. So that would be the same as multiplying 2/5 times the whole number 1. But we're just finding the equivalent fraction here with a denominator of 10. So I have 2/5 times 2/2, and that's going to give me an answer of 4/10. Now what the students need to do is have 4/10 as a fraction and write it as a decimal. So 4/10 is equal to 0.4. Okay? And we'll do the same thing on the other side here, and I already know my denominator of 2. And I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out. And I have the answer of 6/10, and 6/10 written as a decimal is 0.6. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at homework problem number 4. And this one reads, a number multiplied by a fraction is not always smaller than the original number. Explain this and give at least 2 examples to support your thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and write this out. And I wrote, if you multiply a number by a fraction with a numerator greater than or equal to the denominator, the product will be greater than or equal to the original number. And the example for this is, let's take the whole number 6, and we're going to multiply that by 3/2. That's going to give you 18/2, or the whole number 9. And 6 is less than 9. And we have the whole number 5, and we're going to multiply that by 2/2, which is going to give you 10/2, which is equal to 5, and 5 is equal to 5. So you see in both of those cases that it's not always smaller than the original number.